Hello Fortfarm. So this video tutorial will be of I will be teaching you how to mail merge this invitation to multiple invited guests. So instead of printing and typing over the addresses every single time for every single invited guest, we will use a feature called mailing and mail merge to insert the addresses automatically. But before we move on, I'm recalling that I told you yesterday that for this invitation, that the orientation could have been portrait, but I was looking at the instructions and you guys need to move it to landscape. So before you proceed, please make sure that the invitations are in the landscape orientation. Alright, so with that said, now when we mail merge this, okay, there are some steps that we need to do before. So down here I opened the database project that you created. Okay, so from this database project you have to download it wherever you have it, and then you have to select the main guest table. So we're going to export all of the addresses and all of the invited guests from this project into the Microsoft Word invitation. So we're gonna right click and then we will select export, and then we select the Excel option. So this window is gonna pop up, so just make sure that you know where it's gonna be saved. For instance, this one will be saved in my documents. You can browse and choose a different location. I'm gonna save it in my documents folder. I select OK, and then this other window will appear saying that it has been successfully exported as main guest. So that's gonna be, so it's gonna be an Excel file named main guests. So I close this, I minimize this, and then I'm gonna go to the mailings tab. Okay, in my wedding invitation I'm gonna go to the mailings tab, and then I'm gonna select recipients, this option here, the drop down arrow, and then we're not gonna type a new list, we're gonna use an existing list. So this existing list will open now a window where we have to locate our Excel export file. So I recall my one was on the documents folder and it was called main guest. So I select it, I open it, and then I simply double check the table here. Yes, this table, and then I click OK. So it looks like nothing happened, but the addresses and the main guest have been integrated into this wedding invitation. So now the next step is to insert the addresses and the invited guests. So I'm gonna select any shape. Okay, so you can choose any shape of your choice. I know you guys are gonna make something very much creative, okay, much more creative than this. So then you're gonna open your shape. Make sure that it doesn't interfere with any of the pictures or writings or border. Okay, find out a perfect location on the first page. I repeat, on page number 1. It can't be on page number 2, nor 3, nor 4. It has to be on page number 1. So once I select my object, I can modify the color, the shape, etc. I'm just gonna leave it like this for this session. So then I'm gonna right click, add text. Once I add text, then I select the mailings tab, and now this option is editable. So now I can insert my merge field. So I'm gonna click the drop down arrow, and from this drop down arrow I'm gonna select, everyone has to select title, the first name, the last name, and the address. Okay, so if you notice, all of these inserted fields are together, so we have to kind of like, you know, create a space bar, press the space bar, and space in between all of them, so that whenever we see them, it's gonna be it's gonna look formal. So now it seems like nothing happens here, but when I select the preview result, it's gonna be showing me all the persons who I invited. Okay, so see, all the persons who I invited from my database project. Now the idea is that at the beginning of it we need to insert something like dear, so that it looks more formal. So then I select preview result again. So as I was saying, when I do my preview result, then I will be able to see the dear in front of all of them. Okay, so it's gonna be dear Miss Daisy Reed 465 Andover Court. Okay, so then it's gonna look formal then. Alright, so instead of typing all the addresses, it will do it automatically. Okay, alright, so, and of course you can move this around, find a nice location, edit it so it looks a little bit better than this. Alright, and then that's it for that. So now the idea is that